And now, let's welcome the comedy stylings of Todd Hubble. Oh, strangers in the night, exchanging glances. I'm in the dark. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Oh, no wonder. Wow. How'd all these strangers in the night get in the chuckleheads? Wow, it's good to see you. And it's great to be here. But then again, at my age, it's great to be anywhere, right? You know, my grandkids say, they go like, Grandpa, aren't you getting into the comedy bag a little bit late? And I go, I've been funny my whole life. What are you talking about? Just don't ask any of my ex-wives or my ex-girlfriends or anybody in Bisbee that knows me. Well, you could, but they probably may not think I'm as funny as I think I am. But seriously, I have a great gig in Phoenix at the Beatitudes. Ever heard of it? I'm there 3 nights a week. And I like to buy shots for the room, so if you're in the area, come on by and I'll buy you a shot. But they are a great, great crowd. And you know what? They've never once ever walked out of my shows. Never, not once. They just, they get wheeled out, or they use their strollers, or when they fall asleep, the attendants take them back to their rooms. But they are so precious. But let's hear it for the people that take care of our elderly, because they are truly, truly saints. And I know firsthand, and I'm guessing we'll all probably need one of those attendants or a loved one at some time in our lives. And you know what? Getting old is not easy. So here's the rub. All of us get older every day. Some of us do it better than others. And some of us, well, don't do it so well at all. Oh, wait, hold on a second. I have a little disclaimer here. If you see me jumping up and down, I might have to leave the room at any time to go to the bathroom. And that's one of the joys of getting old, too. But I'll be back. And, the other thing that's kind of sad about getting old is you don't sleep. You don't sleep. I mean, the last time I had a good night's sleep was when I took that brown acid at Woodstock. Woodstock, you guys, you remember Woodstock. And that was 50 years ago when I was young. You know, I recently moved to Bisbee, and Bisbee has been called the best small town in America for good reason, even though it's shut down on Fridays and Mondays. Now, what the hell? It gives us 4 days a week more to get pretty wild and wonderful. And you know, they call Bisbee Mayberry on acid. And the only thing I can think better than that is perhaps doing comedy on acid. But to that extent, you know, I had a friend come by this morning, and he hadn't seen me in a while, and he goes, "Hey, Hub, you want to do it? You want to do a hit acid for your show?" And I go, "Well, no, not really. I mean, come on, I haven't taken acid in 50 years, and plus I got a comedy to do, man. I mean, why don't you come by after the show, and if you want, you bring the acid, and we'll do it, and we'll have some fun and talk about old times and stuff." And little did I know, he thought I said, "Go ahead and put the acid in my guava juice." So, well, here we go. But seriously, Bisbee is a wonderful, wonderful place. I mean, it's a place of big dreams, big art, big heart, big history, big deportation, big invasion by hippies. And that's why we call Bisbee the wonderful melting pot that it is. But I mean, who am I kidding at my age? I mean, or think that I could even date or let alone do comedy on acid. I mean, dating's pretty tough in Bisbee. But whatever you're looking for, I'm sure you'll probably find it in Bisbee for the guys and the gals. I mean, but it seems like lately, a lot of the women that I run into, well, they have a kind of a low esteem problem, or they have a very high esteem problem, or they are out of steam. Wow, man, wait a minute, hold on. Yeah, low esteem, no esteem, out of steam. Wait, that kind of reminds me of me. So I guess the women that I'm running into are probably not as lucky as I thought they were. I did run into one beautiful, beautiful lady in town, though. And she said, Toddy, it's really not that tough because I have 3 boyfriends. And I go, wow, that's great, I guess. How do you keep them apart? And she goes, well, I'll tell you what. Here's what I do. I name all of my boyfriends after a soda pop. Soda pop. I go, okay, I'm buying in. Okay, go ahead. She says the first one I named Mountain Dew. I go, okay, is that a hillbilly thing or what? And she goes, nope. He just mounts me just fine. How about the second one? She goes, well, I call him 7 Up. I said, let me guess. And you go, yep, you're right. You've been given up 7 times. Okay, how about the third guy? She goes, well, that's the simple, that's the easiest one. I call him Jack Daniels. I said, Jack Daniels? What are you talking about? That's not a soda pop. She goes, nope, that's a hard liquor. And he licks me just fine. That's my boyfriend, Leroy. I said, okay, well, that's great. You know, sometimes a good date I've heard in Bisbee is someone that owns a car, a boy or a girl. But you know, my friend Heather, she says there are a lot of hobosexuals in here. And I said, okay, so, you know, once again, I'll play along. She goes, well, those are guys that are looking for a rich woman, you know, a meal ticket in this funky city. And I go, whoa, wait a second. That meal ticket thing, doesn't that sort of swing both ways for the girls too? And she goes, Todd? I go, yes. She goes, well, there's a lot of swing in business. Good. Sounds good to me. Anybody know what the gravity of Earth is? Gravity of Earth, gravity of Earth, gravity of Earth, gravity of Earth. Well, I don't know either, but I do know that the moon is involved. But it really doesn't matter what the gravity of Earth is because your face is going to change, like mine. Your belly is going to grow. Your boobs are going to sag. Venus is probably going to go limp. And you'll probably never get laid again. I hope not. But, you know, there was a time in my life when the most fun I had was when I went to have a prostate exam. Well, I had a beautiful doctor, but I got to tell you, that was painful. That was pretty painful. In fact, it was so painful. Yeah, I only went back 3 times a week. But guys our age, we have a bigger problem than a prostate exam. Some of us can't get erections, and we have no memory. We call our girlfriends our dog's name, and we call our dogs our girlfriend's name. Oh, wait a minute, what is my girlfriend's name? I can't remember. Oh well. My brother and I recently decided to leave Arizona and go for a little trip, so we went to Del Mar, California. Del Mar, California, you know, where the beach is and stuff. So we're walking on the beach. Beautiful day. And we've got our Speedos on, and we're kind of working it. And I'm thinking, man, this is great because I'm younger than him. And so the women are just going to go crazy for me, right? So working it. But I'm noticing they don't look at us. They look at the ocean, or they look at their dogs, or they look at their cell phones, or they look this way up at the beach. And I'm asking my brother, hey man, what's going on? I mean, did you take a shower today? I mean, do we need to put different deodorant on, or do we need to change our Speedos? And that's when he looked at me and said, man, don't you get it? I go, what do you mean, get what? He goes, man, we are invisible. Guys at our age, we're invisible to them. In fact, we're invisible to any women on the planet. And you know what? I think he's right. So the next day, just to change things up, I put a sign over my back, kind of like this thing I have around here. And I drew an arrow down here, and I put, I have a 12-inch penis. And so, wouldn't you know my luck, the next day, walking on thing, well, here comes a guy. He's walking down the other way. Speedo, looking good, great hair, good sunglasses, and he's got a sign that says, yeah, I have one too. That was one long trip back to Bisbee. So, do you all remember when you thought about your parents or your grandparents having sex? Well, I did too. In fact, I thought it was kind of a big yuck factor at the moment, but here's the deal. In fact, sex at our age is spectacular. And it's just like one big ocean sea cruise. I'm telling you. And believe me, there are so many places on that cruise that we can take each other. Oh my God, do we? And just like that cruise on the high seas, well, we older folks, well, we like to stop at every port. And the best thing is, we haven't forgotten anything. In fact, the things we do remember are very, very mind-blowing. But here's a spoiler alert. I'll have to get back to you with those stories because, I mean, I haven't had this much sex and orgasms since I was 63. So, my name is Todd Hubble. I'm glad to be here in Bisbee. I live here in Bisbee now. And I look forward to bringing more comedy and fun to all you wonderful folks. I hope you join me next time. But guess what? I probably won't remember any of it. So be safe out there, please. And remember, life is what you make it. Just make sure you make it through your life. Good night, everybody. Ciao, baby.